Izzy, earlier you talked about the moment with Jared, and I was wondering at the press conference, his answers were kind of rambling a little bit. It sounded like he was nervous, and you said, "Hey man, just keep it short and sweet."
Yeah.
Like, did you kind of sense in that moment like he was starting to get to him a little?
I could feel it from that moment, the moment after that, with the stare down when I shook his hand, and at the weigh-ins as well. Like I was like, he's not ready for this. But like I said, he picked himself up. He's a mature guy, I said. So I was like, he picked himself up later on in the fight. I don't know what round, but I saw him right before the round, and he picked himself up with his breath, and I was like, huh. So I'm sure he does a lot of breath work as well, and yeah, he did what he had to do.
And the last thing for me is you mentioned the nails earlier. Was there anything from the commission like?
They're just pretty. They're not sharp. They're drip tips. They're not even. They call them French tips apparently, but they're not even made in France. So I call them drip tips. And my toes, kind of sparkly, black and sparkles. I like them. I don't know why fucking men are so insecure about what the fuck I wear.
No, sorry, I'm not.
Not you guys. Not you guys. No. My bad. I didn't mean to come to you.
I just wondered like if the commission was looking and they were like, oh, what's going on? Like there was no.
Yeah, a little bit, but they check and kind of I see the look on their face. They pause and I'm just like, it's not that long. It's an illusion. It's just pretty. That's what I tell them. It's not that long. It's just pretty.
Israel, in the middle here.
Israel down here to your left. When you made your walk with the Undertaker's theme, did you know that Vince and all them were actually?
I found out this morning, but it wasn't a thing I planned. Like I said, the universe just provides, and it's a weird synergy, weird crossover. But I like it because I grew up on that shit.
Did you get a chance to talk to them or see them backstage?
No, I haven't talked to them. It'd be cool. I mean, I'm a big fan of Triple H. He just retired or became a Hall of Famer, which is cool. Yeah, he's a superstar as well, a legend in the game. So it's just cool to see guys like that. Yeah, well, I hope they enjoyed the show. Yeah, I had an off night, but still 5-0. It's crazy, isn't it?
Alice won tonight. You won tonight. Kai is fighting in a few weeks. Could be 3 champions from City Kickboxing.
Crazy.
And
and with no government funding as well, no government backing like the national rugby or netball team or cricket team or national football team. And yet here we are, this little old island in the little spot in the world, 3 champions in the biggest combat sports league on the fucking planet right now. How amazing is that? You know who we have? The people of New Zealand. They're the ones that back us, and we back ourselves.
It's been a rough few years for you guys too.
Yeah, with the fucking quarantine,
pandemic,
and all that stuff, and then they gaslighting us as well. Oh, we're not blocking you guys. Meanwhile, they're letting the Indian cricket team into the country and letting them quarantine, letting the All Blacks quarantine in their own little bubble, but then they come to our bubble and break us up, hunting Dan, while he's getting ready for his fight, threatening to arrest him for what? For fucking training, and then they're gaslighting us. So yeah, I don't do this for them anyway. They're the fucking bureaucrats. Fuck them. I do this for the people of the country, the people who support us as fighters. That's who I do it for, and the people around the world who support me as well, regardless of nationality or wherever the fuck you come from. If you fuck with me, I fuck with you, and I appreciate you.
What does it say about your team that you were able to overcome all that stuff and possibly have 3 champions in the UFC in a few weeks?
The mana, the aroha in our team is just unmatched. It's unmatched. John Anna keeps saying we're his favorite team in sports, and I keep thinking he's like just G'ing me up, but I'm my favorite team in sports. So yeah, and I believe him. Don't get me wrong, I believe him, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I love my team, man. Like I said, I just love my team, and I love the support I get from my team, and just we know us. We got us. That's it.
Thanks, man.
Is he in the middle? The Drake curse was broken in 2017.
What fucking curse? I broke that shit last year.
It was broken in
let me go. You know what? I'm going to post it on Twitter. Let me do it right now, actually. Let me do it right now. I'm going to do something real quick. Hold up. Actually, I'll do it after just because I wanna get this over with. I'll do it after.
I was going to say, it was broken in 2017 with the Warriors, allegedly. But he is 0-2 in big MMA bets recently. How good does it feel to get the win for him? And to answer your question, he won approximately, depending when he made the bet, around $250K.
Nice. It feels good for me to get the win, but also myself, anyone else that bet on me, it feels good. And it feels good. First of all, even like I said, I've been talking to him for a while now, like since last year. So I already broke the curse. But to get that call from him while I was cutting weight, and then to be Like you guys, you'll have an album. I don't know what you listen to, whatever you have on repeat sometimes, or a track you have on repeat. This guy's his albums are like, there's 3 of them that are like timestamps for my life, like moments in my life where I'm like, if I hear that track or that album, I'm like, I remember where I was at in my life at that stage. And music is powerful. Music is something that brings people together, that evokes emotion out of people. So for me to get that kind of praise and recognition and love from an artist that I admire like that, one of my favorite artists of all time, it's cool. It's cool to be recognized like that by him. And it goes deeper. I can't tell you too much because the guy he's crazy, bro. He's too nice, too cool. He's too cool, and I appreciate him. So yeah, shout out to Drake. He's the sixth god.
As a Toronto kid, do you have a top 3 favorite for Drake songs?
Man, why you gotta do this to me? Right now, fuck. Why you gotta do this to me? Well, I mean, he did say it was, fuck, what did he say? He said, I've never walked anyone out. And then I was asking Tim, I was like, what would you walk out to? I'm thinking, Lord Knows, as one of them. That's just straight bar for bar for bar. And then Rick Ross kills it at the end. I love Yeba's Heartbreak. I had that on repeat in my studio last year. Because it was just a track that kind of like, the song, it was so soulful. So fucking soulful. And there's an unreleased one, actually. I don't know if he actually got it, but my boy Frano, who's a music producer from New Zealand, he gave me a little preview, and I love hearing that track. I don't want to give it away, but that's probably my favorite track. It's cool. I never posted it. I'm not a clout trout. Trust, I don't do this shit for likes. I just do this shit because I love it. But yeah, it's cool, like I said, to be recognized by people like that because you admire them, and yeah, you know, blah 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 blah.
Thanks, Izzy. Congrats.
No worries. Last question. Let's go. I got some bourbon to drink.
You earmarked Jared very early on as someone who was going to make it towards a title fight. Clearly, you're sort of looking many moves ahead and looking at the field and seeing who's coming up. I just wondered, who's next? Who's going to break from the pack that you kind of earmarked as someone who's moving their way up and could potentially face you further down the line?
That's a good question, but I don't want to give away the answer. That's a good question. I appreciate that, but I don't want to give away the answer because there's a lot of killers right now coming up in middleweight as well. I see a couple of them, and I'm like, okay, all right. Let's see what you have. Let's see what you bring. But yeah, I'm watching. I'm steady watching, and yeah, my people are watching as well. So they let me know if I miss something.
So, man, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate. Oh, just something I want to say. You guys have a job to do, and I'm not criticizing you guys in particular. I kind of am. But just remember this. I can do your job. I can do your job. You could never do my job. Just remember that. I could do your job. Trust me. I got a freestyle bender. David runs that shit, but if I wanted to, if I had the time, I could. And I appreciate you guys for what you do, but not just for me, but for other fighters, man. Be mindful with your words. Be mindful with the way you clickbait. That shit is weak. That shit is weak, because I know how YouTube works now, and I know how these interviews work. I'm glad I have my own network, but just be mindful, because I can do your job, and you can't do mine. Just remember that. Thank you.